YouTube, what's going on, family? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Malik Rogers. I'm a 27-year-old entrepreneur. I'm an Airbnb superhost, and in this video, I'm going to let you know right now that you don't need any experience to get paid, guys. In this video, I'm going to really break down the steps between A to Z to how to find a profitable Airbnb units, the systems, the softwares, the automations that you can use, so that way you can start making $5,000, $10,000 off your Airbnb properties. And that way, by 2025, you should be having your first Airbnb property making you $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Just stay to the end because I'm going to give you a lot of game and a lot of knowledge of what I used to make $10,000 a month off my Airbnb properties. Now listen, guys, I also want to let you know as well that you don't need any experience. The only thing different between me and you is that I learned the information and that I executed out the information. So that way, when you look at this video, just translate, okay, if Malik is telling me how to make $10,000 a month or how to find, how to automate, and how to systemize my Airbnb business, after watching this video, I could really go out there and execute, and I could start earning the same amount of money as well too. Listen, guys, I tried multiple strategies when it comes to Airbnb, what works, what don't work, and I kept the ones that work and I eliminated the ones that didn't work. So in this video, I'm going to definitely show you guys what systems work so that way you can implement it. And also, guys, I want to show you this stuff is very strategic. We're in 2025 now, and I just want to let you know that Airbnb is not what it used to be. What I mean about that is Airbnb has to be ran as a business. There's no more that you can just buy a property, list it on Airbnb, and think you're going to make a lot of money. No. When it comes to 2025 now, Airbnb is very important to know the local laws and the regulations that is in that city or state, price margins of which you can price your units, and what is the popularity of the market or that city or state that you want to invest in. Those are very important because you could have the nicest unit on Airbnb and not get booked because you're in the wrong market. While somebody that you look on Airbnb and see that they have a regular unit but is making so much money off that unit is because they're in the right location, they're in the right market. So definitely, guys, market is very important. In this video, I'm going to share with you systems and tools that you can use so that way you'll know if you're in a profitable market or not. So listen, guys, before I get into the detail about making a whole lot of money with zero experience, I really want you guys to put in the comments what has been your struggle point of getting started in Airbnb. What really has been, the struggle or the pain or the I want to quit because it's not working. What has been that for you? Put it in the comments so that way I can see it and I could get another video of feedback of what you could do to increase either your bookings or at least start your Airbnb journey off to the right way. Is it landlords? Is it, not getting landlords to agree with you, or, improving script that you need to learn in order to get a yes from landlords? Anything that messes you up when you try it out on your own, put it in the comments right now so I can make videos of how to fulfill that need for you. All right, guys, so let's get into it. The very first thing that you want to do is research the market. And there's one tool that I use, which is AirDNA. It's other tools like Mashvisor that you can use as well, but I use AirDNA. And what AirDNA is going to give you, so it's going to give you an occupancy rate, is going to give you how much potential earnings that you can make in that city or state. So that's the very first thing, is research the market that you want to invest in to make sure that it's profitable before I give you the next step. All right, guys, and number two, once you found a market that's profitable, the second thing that you're going to do is go to Zillow.com, Rent.com, and we're going to find a rental-friendly unit, which means that they're going to allow you to do this business model called rental arbitrage, right? And I tell my students in my B&B Fast Track Hosting Academy program is that you want to look for a unit that you will want to live in, right? So if you want to live in, most likely a lot of other individuals will want to live in it as well. I typically say look for a 2-bedroom up. You know what I mean? Because how Airbnb works, guys, is Airbnb goes off of how much people you can sleep, the more money that you can make. So I always tell my students in my B&B Fast Track Hosting Academy program to look for a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, or a 3-bedroom, 3-baths and beyond, guys, because like I said, the more people you sleep, the more money you can make on Airbnb. Once you found the unit, guys, it's very important that what I do is use an Excel sheet, and I put at least 100+ units on Excel sheet that I like before I start reaching out to landlords. Once you do that, guys, number 3 will be pitching the script to a landlord, actually having them understand the business model that you want to do, guys. And this is kind of a killer for a lot of people getting started into the industry because they don't know the language to approach landlords, right? I want you to put yourself in a landlord position. One thing I will tell you guys is never mention Airbnb to a landlord because they think of parties and destruction, guys. You want to think of it as a corporate housing situation, and let me tell you why. Because of the fact that you're, say, corporate housing, now they see it as a corporation, they see it as a business, they see that it's professional, and they see that they could trust you with allowing them to take their property in your hands. Another thing that will help you out of pitching the script to a landlord to have them understand this business model that you're trying to do is make sure that you let them know that, hey, I want to treat your property as it was was my own. Because if I don't, then my business would go downhill. And for two, I gotta make sure that my business run professionally so I can keep my business and make money. So that way we all win at the end of the day, guys. This is very important when talking to a landlord to make sure that they understand why they should pick you instead of them picking another regular tenant, because of the fact that you have to keep their house in sales condition, which means you will treat their house as if it was your own. Also, it's very important that you explain your business. Explain to them so they can fully understand. You have a professional cleaning team that will always keep their house conditioned. You have insurance policy, 1 million insurance policy, not only from Airbnb, but also that you got your own as well too. So that way you're fully covered and they are fully covered as well too under insurance purposes, right? That's very important. Also, you just want to make sure that you do background checks as well too, so they know that you have security and that you're in control of everything that's going on when it comes to using their property, guys. It's very important that you point out the details of your business so that way they can fully understand, and also give them an ideal target audience. Maybe you want to do military personnel, travel nurses, outsiders, but just put everything in one script so that way they can fully understand who is coming into their property and how is it being ran and how is it being managed. Now, one quick thing that I will tell you guys is that a lot of people don't tell you, this is a numbers game. So you're going to go through a lot of yeses and a lot of no's, right? But it's filtering out the bad landlords that don't understand the business model and filtering out the landlords that do. So don't think that every pitch or every landlord that you're going to talk to is going to agree with your business model. Coming from an Airbnb superhost, I know, trust me, it's a numbers game. You got to go through the numbers, you got to build the Excel sheet, and you had to go through these landlords for you to get that one that understands before you can start your Airbnb journey. Number 4, congratulations, you finally got that yes. Now it's time to sign a lease. 9 times out of 10, guys, landlords want to put the first month rent and security deposit down in order to secure the deal, guys. So it's very important. Also, a lot of times landlords want to see at least a 670 to a 680 credit score, so that way they can feel more comfortable of you making sure that you're making on-time payments every single month. Once you secure the deal, guys, you want to start furnishing it. Now, when it goes to furniture, guys, you want to furnish the unit as if not that you're living in the property, but you want to furnish it as an investment property. Being an Airbnb host for all these years now, I failed to realize that the more expensive things that you put into the property, the more likely it's going to get damaged that needs to be replaced. So learning from me, I tell my students in my B&B Fast Track Academy, it's very important that you, on the other hand, spend less, make more. Just make the unit very nice, mirror off the other competitors in the area, so that way you don't have to take a long time to pay that investment off. I tell my students all the time that give yourself a 12-month time frame of replacing that investment. That means the following year, once you renew that lease, you should be in all profit mode after expenses. So you're probably wondering, okay, where do I get my furniture and things like that? Okay, guys, so really quick, you could go to Amazon, Wayfair, places like that that will allow you to furnish the unit very nice at a very cheap cost. Those are the 2 main platforms that I use to get my furniture. Again, it's Amazon and Wayfair. Like I said, if you're in the area and you know some like Targets, Walmart, little places like that you could go to grab some decor, that's also fine as well too. But Amazon and Wayfair is my main source of furniture. All right, guys, I believe we are on number 6. I wasn't counting the numbers of each segment, but I think we're on number 6. And number 6 is once you get to the furnishing part and you're ready to list your unit, now it's time to build a team. Complete autopilot, guys, which means, guys, I work 4 hours in my business and my business still runs no matter where I am in the world. So here are the tools and strategies, the systems, apps that you can use to find these key players, which is you're going to need Turnover, you're going to need Thumbtack, TaskRabbit, OnlineJobs.ph, and I'm going to break down each one of these. OnlineJobs.ph is your virtual assistant, which means they're going to do all communications for your inquiries, your questions that guests may have when it comes to booking your unit. TaskRabbit is all people where you find real estate photographers to take clean, nice pictures for your listing to post on different platforms. On Thumbtack, you can find handy people to come in and put paintings up, or to do little housework, handyman things, or even put your furniture together for you. That's where you'll find those players on Thumbtack. And then from there, guys, you can use platforms like Guesties. If you want to post on multiple platforms, which I very, very, very recommend, well, you will sync all of those to Guesty, and Guesty is a managing software that allows your units to merge together so that way you won't get double bookings. Now, with these softwares, guys, that I just mentioned, it's very important that you have, because it makes your business runs very, very smoothly. And also you can set up automated messages so that way every time you get a booking, that automated message comes out at different times. And you can set those up on the platform itself, or Guesties, if you decide to use that platform, they allow you to do that as well too in that platform. And then they also have trainers that you can schedule as well too with their staff, so that way you can be very informative of how to use that platform effectively. And last but not least, guys, you want to create a folder before you list. So platform that you want to list on is Airbnb, Vrbo.com, Booking.com, Expedia, Peerspace. Once you list on all these platforms, guys, you want to put your listing in a folder so that way you could duplicate off of each platform that you decide to post your listing on. So that way you don't gotta retype everything. So what I do is I create a folder, I upload all my pictures, my descriptions, everything that I have in my units, my amenities, so that way I could just copy and paste off each platform. So that's one quick gem to save you a lot of time when it comes to putting your listing on multiple platforms. All right, guys, and that's it. I hope this video was very informative for you guys to either start this Airbnb journey with zero experience. I really broke down from A to Z how to fully find an affordable unit and what systems and tools to use to be very effective in the business. I hope this was very useful for you guys, and I hope that you take action on this information. Go ahead, like and subscribe if this was useful for you, so that way you can stay up to content on being the best Airbnb host possible. I'm Malik Rogers, and I'll see you guys on the next video.